What up, reader fam? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a good day, and I hope that you're reading it up. Well, you're not reading if you're watching this, huh? But get back to it right away after watching this, okay? Today I came up with another weird video idea. Who's surprised? No one. Today we're gonna be playing book dating. I went over on Twitter at Jesse the Reader if you want to follow me, and I asked you guys to submit vague descriptions of books in the form of a dating profile, and then also reply to that tweet with the answer. Using those book dating bios, I'm going to either swipe right if I'm feeling it, or I'm gonna swipe left if I'm not feeling it, which is what humans do on dating apps apparently. You swipe to the left or swipe to the right, but no swiping up and down. That's against the rules. What's the purpose of this, you ask? For kicks and giggles. Not everything needs a reason. Without further ado, let's get started. Homebody, who is currently completing a carpentry apprenticeship, because as I like to say, if it was good enough for Jesus, it's good enough for me. Looking for someone who likes pets, particularly the peculiar kind, like my pet goat. I relate strongly to the homebody aspect. Lately, my home has started to feel like an extension of my body because I never leave it. Like it has become a full-on turtle situation. My home is my shell. I'm also intrigued by the carpentry aspect. Did any of you have carpentry class at school? I didn't, and I wish I did. Even though I'd probably try to build a birdhouse and end up with a block of wood with a hole in it. Had I taken one, maybe I'd be building my own bookshelves from scratch. On the topic of pets, I like pets. Scratch that, I love pets. And they have a freaking pet goat. Goat goals. It has a lot of things going for it that I feel like I could enjoy. There's a connection there. So which way we swipe in? We swipe in right. The book is Night Swimming by Steph Bow. I have never ever in the entirety of my existence heard of this book. Gotta look it up. I'm feeling like it's one of those underground books that ends up on underrated lists because I just browsed the reviews and they're raving about it, but there's only 294 reviews. I might have to read this one and see if it's for me. Young female just trying to find her boyfriend and little brother, preferably before someone steals their bodies like they've stolen mine. Serious inquiries only. I'm intrigued by this one, but I feel like it might be a little bit too mysterious for me to be completely on board with just yet. On one hand, it's appealing. On the other hand, I need more deets. Get me the deets or I'll say yeet. Are they human? Who stole their body? Are they spirits? I don't know which way to swipe. Swipe or no swiping. Do I give this book my heart or do I break its heart? I think I'm gonna swipe left. Let's see what it is. Oh, it's the host. You see, it's all coming together now. I haven't seen the book or read the movies. I'm sure that a lot of you heard that description and knew instantly. I'm the chosen one. I share a room with my worst enemy. I'm totally oblivious to the fact that I'm in love with said worst enemy. You had me at I am in love with my worst enemy. Because the enemies to lover trope is a hook, line, and sinker for me. But I know what this book is. The second I put chosen one and worst enemy roommate together, I was like, think, carry on. And since I enjoyed that book, I'm gonna go ahead and swipe right. Let's just go ahead and make sure that it is carry on. It's carry on. Nailed it. Forever Young. I've been told I'm the moody type. It was never a phase, Mom. Looking for someone who will sing to me. Must enjoy quiet walks in the woods, the rain, and the colors yellow and red. Forever Young tells me that it's either a book about a vampire, or a book about a warlock, or any other immortal character that's not hitting the brain right now. I'm not really into moody characters unless there's a reason for their moodiness. You can't angst without a reason or I'm gonna put you in timeout in my head. I'm not really interested in reading cringy scenes where a character is singing to another character. That's like a weirdly specific thing that I just don't like. You know, it does sound romantic, but I don't want to read about it. I'd rather read the line she let out a breath she didn't realize she was holding, and that's a big sacrifice. I do love a quiet walk in the woods and rain, let the rain fall down. But I ain't sold on this one, so I'ma swipe left. What is it? Twilight. Welp, I don't have plans to read that book and I swiped in the direction my gut told me to, so sorry my Twihards. I love you all, but Twilight just ain't the book for me. I am sassy, savage, and would kill for winning your heart. Literally. Savage by Megan Thee Stallion has popped in my head and I'm afraid it's never gonna leave now. Great! I can't see the word savage these days and not think about that song. Here's the deal, when people are sassy in real life or sassy on Twitter, I despise it. I can't take it. I don't want that. But when characters are sassy in books, I live for that. I thrive off of that. I wish the characters would educate me in their sass class. But as for the kill to win over someone's heart aspect, sure, that's dedication, but isn't that a bit much? Believe me when I say that the last way to win over my heart is to tell me that you'd kill someone for me. Because I don't need you to kill anybody. If anybody you love is asking you to kill somebody for them, end that relationship right then and there. I don't need no blood on my lover's hands. I think I'm gonna swipe left. It's just not enough to win over my heart, you know? Let's see what the book is. Throne of Glass. Everything just added up in my mind. That makes sense. I never was good at math. One dysfunctional family breaks the cycle by killing everyone. I am intrigued, but also I'm like, that's not how you break the dysfunctional family cycle. That almost makes it worse. In fact, it's like you're proving the fact that you're a dysfunctional family by killing off your entire family. Am I wrong here? This is hard because on one hand I'm like, sounds dramatic, right up my alley, but it's not showcasing other details I'm interested in other than the drama. I just need a little bit more from it. Cupid's arrow is just a little bit off with this one. We swipe in left. La Morte d'Arthur? Am I even pronouncing that correctly? I have never heard of this book, but it sounds like it's probably a classic, which is probably why I've never heard of it, and I'm probably gonna get dragged in the comments for being uncultured, but let me look it up. It's a classic. I'm canceled. But hey, it did get me intrigued. Will I ever read it? Who knows? The world is ending in 3 days. Road trip with a stranger. A lie to make money off sad people. And then world ending, huh? It's a little too close to home right now. I mean, I actually don't have any interest in books that deal with the world ending. It's not that it scares me or anything, but maybe I just don't like thinking about it, and books like that will get me thinking about it. But I do like dystopian books that technically have a focus on the end of the world, so like, things aren't adding up here, Jesse the reader. Also, road trip with a stranger? That is screaming stranger danger. Blow the horn, get out the car, and slowly back away from that stranger. I think we'd probably disagree on many situations, so I'm gonna swipe left. This book is I Hope You Get This Message. I've never heard of this book. I'm gonna have to look it up. Oh my gosh, wait, I have heard of this book. I just recently put this book on my wish list. Does this mean that I'm not actually interested in this book? There were so many red flags going off in my noggin. I'm not like other girls. I don't fit into the mold they have for me. Likes her boys moody and tattooed. Constantly on the run from the government because she's so different. If you're not like other girls, then you don't have to say things like, I'm not like other girls. I'm guessing this book is outdated because that's a bit of an outdated phrase. Even though it's still popping up in books today, don't even get me started on that. Constantly on the run from the government because they're so different. I feel like I know this book, but it could literally be any YA dystopian ever. So like, which one could it be? They're so different. There's tattoos, so Divergent? That's my only guess. As for swiping, I'm a swipe left. It's Divergent. I'm a fun, popular series tinged with a bit of toxic masculinity. I started out as just a girl searching for a way to put dinner on the table, but I was soon whisked into a whole new world. Let me take you on a journey where we can hunt earthworms, pick lentils, and solve riddles. You lost me at toxic masculinity. Not about that life. Unless it's breaking down toxic masculinity, then I'm all about it. I do love stories where characters are going through hardships, where they're swept away into this magical world and they're challenged to become better, and it completely changes them. Could this be A Curse So Dark and Lonely? But there isn't any toxic masculinity in it. Is there? No. Wait, this is a Sarah J Maas book, isn't it? It's gotta be. I'm guessing ACOTAR, though it could very easily be Throne of Glass as well. I keep forgetting that I'm not here to guess the book. I'm trying to see if I have a connection with these books. Anyway, I think I would swipe left because I'm not about toxic masculinity, unless, again, it's like breaking down that. We swipe in left. It's ACOTAR. My friend is obsessed with Greek class, and we may or may not have murdered someone because of it. I feel like this book sounds familiar, but maybe the Greek part is just throwing me a Percy Jackson bone. It sounds like it's got a dark academia vibe, which I've been wanting to get into, so methinks I'm gonna swipe left. Wait, no, I'm gonna swipe right. That's what I want to do. I want to swipe right. It's The Secret History. I'm glad I swiped right on that one because I've been wanting to read this one, and it's on my physical TBR, so that worked out. I'm sure I'll get to it in, you know, the next 30 years. Looking for a partner who doesn't mind being looked at in fear/awe. I like to be fair/mimic nature. My name is Borrowed. My job does take a toll. I hope our relationship doesn't go splat. I don't like islands and no diamond-studded clothing. Rings are okay. That resonate with you? I'm confused. Let's assess here. Break it down into bites. Wants a partner who doesn't mind looking at fear in the face, basically, which I'm guessing that means this book is a little bit on the dark side, maybe? The content might be a little dark, mayhaps? They like to be fair and mimic nature. I don't really get that. I mean, I get the fair part, but I don't get the nature part. Do they put leaves on their bodies and call themselves trees? Their name is Borrowed. So does it follow one of those characters that has like 10 names by the end of the book? Their job takes a toll, so they're all about that hustle and bustle. They don't like islands, so they wouldn't enjoy Animal Crossing. And no diamond-studded clothing. Y'all, this is weird, but I like weird, so you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna swipe right. We're going for it. I'm diving in. What the heck is this book? Scythe. Ooh, I'm glad I swiped right. This is one that I'm definitely interested in reading. It's on my physical TBR. What am I in for with this one, though? I am confuzzled. My words are so enchanting, I literally bring stories to life. Life with me will always take you on an adventure. I like digging graves, also hunting down old friends. Spent 10 years in prison. I was instantly grabbed at the line, I bring stories to life. That is a deal maker. Signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. We swipe in right. Inkheart. Interesting. I honestly get recommended this book quite a bit, but I've yet to have the desire to read it for whatever reason. My art got rejected. My ex tried to help me by stating its flaws. I got upset. I then left home to go on a journey with a stranger. Throughout the journey, we fall in love. I don't think this one sounds like it fits my taste. I definitely get being upset with your ex and having them come through and throwing salt in your wounds and critiquing your art. But what's with all these fictional characters going on journeys with strangers? Anything could happen, including murder. It's always on the table when a stranger is involved. So we're swiping left on this sucker. Field Notes on Love. I've never even heard of this, but I have read a book by Jennifer E. Smith, Windfall. Y'all be sleeping on that book. Young girl turned grandma. I'm your new cleaning lady. Moves in with a narcissist. His mini-me. And his pet fire. Unexpectedly magical. You're not crazy. The castle actually walks. I am confused, but I'm intrigued enough to low-key be on board. I think young girl turned grandma is what's throwing me off here, but I also feel like I know this book. There's a familiar air to the description, but I can't put my finger on it. Wait, the castle actually walks. Is this, could it be, what is it called? Blah, 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 blah. Howl's Moving Castle, right? It's gotta be. And if that's the case, swipe right. It's Howl's Moving Castle. Hey! I love the movie, but I've never read the book, but I feel like I've heard that they're pretty different, but they're equally great. So I don't know. Should I give it a go? Let me know down below in the comments. I feel out of place with my friend group. I'm obsessed with a super weird but fun podcast. I have a best friend who is a cinnamon roll. I have a guilty secret. I do love an outsider story. I like the idea of there being a podcast, even though I don't actively listen to podcasts. They have a cinnamon roll of a best friend, which translates as a sweet friend and not an actual cinnamon roll. And they've got a guilty secret, which has me curious. I think I'm gonna swipe right. Oh, it's Radio Silence. This is a book that I do want to read eventually, but it's not like priority for me right now. It's more so in the someday category. Like I'll get there at some point, someday, maybe in the next 30 years. The youngest of 7 siblings by a while, loves theater, kinda underappreciated by many, likes the color yellow, and really into time travel. Sounds like they've got a big family, which I dig. I love a good family story. There's theater involvement, which I feel like I haven't read that many books that have that kind of in the background. Likes the color yellow, which hello, me too. And they're really into time travel, which I assume means that they're able to time travel, maybe? I think I'm gonna give this one a chance. We're swiping right. Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. No! I have feelings about this book and they're not positive. How do I backtrack and swipe left? Blocked. Book. Block. Into web design. Works nights, so we probably won't be able to talk much during the day. My boss is crazier than your boss. I've read one book series, but could recommend you something. We've got web design, so does that mean there's a graphic element maybe? Because I'm always into that. Give me the visuals. We've got a crazy boss, which could be some nice drama, some nice tension, but also potentially a dose of frustration. I don't really get this last line though. I've read one book series, but I could probably recommend something. If you've only read one book series, I don't need your recommendations, but I think I'm gonna put my heart on the line and swipe right. I've read this book. Mr. Penumbra's 24-hour bookstore. It's been a while, but it was a good time. The protagonist is in debt, bounty hunting, spy, games, hacker. This definitely has a few things that I'm interested in. Spy, games, hacker, I'm down for that. But are they buzzworthy enough for me to swipe right on? Indeed! Let's swipe right! Warcross. Okay, I see you, Warcross. I've been avoiding you, but maybe I should give you a chance. Should I give it a shot? Let me know in the comments down below. Alright, that's it for book dating. I had quite a few surprising results today, like hello, Cursed Child. What? I swear we don't have a connection. You and I just don't get along. And it was kind of fun finding some new books that I might be interested in. Again, let me know down below in the comments which books you swiped on and which direction you swiped on, left or right. Again, no swiping up or down, that's illegal. If you like this video, be sure to go and hit that like button. If you want to see more bookish content from me, be sure to go and hit subscribe or go and hit that bell icon and you'll be notified every time I post new videos. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope your day is bright, that tomorrow is brighter. Keep reading what your heart desires, and I will see you soon with a new video. Bye-o!